Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is a beautiful day. Impromptu stream time. All right. I'm going to try something a little different here. Give it another minute or so for people to come on in. And yeah, we're going to have a little bit of fun with this thing. All right. I'll give it one more minute. All right, so let's do this. We're going to give another minute. It's going to be an experimental stream. See how this goes. Trying to listen to pods about series preview. All right, yep. That's right. Yeah, we got the big game on tonight. Spurs and Thunder going to be going down. That's right, man. I've been predicting it ever since March. You guys see me. I've been on the 3-point blitz actively since March, which, by the way, we're on that subject. Tomorrow at noon will be episode 59. And we're also going to be interesting because we're going to be doing a little bit of rebranding. It's going to be the same type of show, but we're going to get a little bit of rebranding. I'm going to have a new intro for you guys, so you definitely want to check that one out. But tonight, we kick off the conference finals in perfectly fitting fashion with the game we're looking forward to the most. It's the OKC Thunder and San Antonio Spurs, man. It's only fitting, man, because now it's the two best teams in the NBA throughout the regular season in the same conference, ready to clash come finals time. This has got that super fight type of feel to it almost. That's alluding to what Arku said about it being like a heavyweight matchup. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one tonight, man. We got game one in OKC, but we know that the Thunder are the defending champions. They're off 2 sweeps to start the playoffs, but San Antonio Spurs are built a little differently than the Phoenix Suns and Los Angeles Lakers. Out of all the teams during the regular season, the Spurs gave the Thunder the biggest challenge, so we'll have to see if that plays out now come playoff time. And crazy part is, this series, from my point of view, feels more like a game. This feels like more like an NBA Finals type of vibe than it does a conference finals. That's how intriguing this matchup is. So I can't wait. It's tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be on NBC. So, you know what? I cannot wait. You're going to get to catch some of that game. At least it's not on Prime. Thank goodness. Jeff Bezos has enough money. But hey, you know what's in? But throughout the regular season, last 3 matchups, Spurs actually beat the Thunder twice in those matchups. And we'll take a look at the score box to get a small idea of how these two teams have matched up before. So let's take a look. This was from this was February 4th. The Spurs had beat the Thunder 116-106. See how that game played out kind of good. So I'm just going to kind of briefly skim through the score box for the last three regular season matchups in this one. You had Wiggins, Kerrink Williams, Jalen Williams, all these guys multiple points. It looks like, SGA didn't play during that game, so that was a deciding factor there. No Caruso, no Hartenstein, no Holmgren, no Dort. But for the Spurs in that one, you had Wemby, Kelvin Johnson, Fox, and those guys played. You also had, Bismack Biyombo still in the NBA? Wow, that's crazy. Bismack Biyombo still in the NBA. And I know, right? Cavs look great, actually. I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow on the 3-point blitz. So we'll consider this like the appetizer to tomorrow's episode. We'll say that the Cavs did what they needed to do, and they had depth on the roster. Their star, Donovan Mitchell, stepped up alongside Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen and a few others, while Cade Cunningham was supposed to be the superstar of the team. Where was Cunningham at last night? I mean, Game 7, elimination game, the superstar is supposed to bring his A game, and that's part of the reason why ultimately the Cavs won and the Pistons lost. Now we get Cavs and Pistons. Cavs first trip back to the conference finals post LeBron. And the Knicks will be their second straight trip to the conference finals. But I'll tell you, man, the Knicks they're the team to beat in the Eastern Conference right now because of the momentum they have going. So it'll be an interesting series to see how that plays out. But back to the Spurs and Thunder real quick. So we see this is the second matchup than the last three regular season matchups. This one, the OKC Thunder won 119-98. The first one, the factor was most of the Thunder's guys did not play in that one back on February 4th. This was late February. Wemby played at 17, Champagne at 13. Castle looks like he led the way scoring in that matchup for them. You also had Dylan Harper at 12. And then for the Thunder, you did have SGA did play in that matchup at 34, 20 for Jalen Williams. Caruso at 13, 11 for Jalen Williams and A.J. Mitchell, who A.J. Mitchell really stepped up to his credit in that series against the Lakers for the Thunder and had himself really nice outing. And then the final of these main three matchups, this was on December 25th, Christmas Day matchup between the Spurs and Thunder. We'll see how they matched up there. This is all just to getting a small preview of how the teams have matched up so far with their current rosters. You had Fox led the way, Wemby and Castle had 19 each. Harrison Barnes at 15. Dylan Harper at 12. You had Jalen Williams at 12. Holmgren had 10. 13 for Hartenstein. 22 for SGA. So the Spurs have given the Thunder trouble during the regular season. And this was to claim their 8th straight win at the time of this matchup. But here we are now. Conference finals time. It's a much different story now, folks. This is all or nothing, do or die. This is the San Antonio Spurs in the Wemby era, their first time post-Duncan Popovich era of them being in the conference finals. So this is a new experience for the current San Antonio Spurs. But for the Thunder, they've been on the stage before. Last year, won the NBA Finals in a dogfight best-of-7 series against the Indiana Pacers, so they know what it's like on the stage. So they got to give the experience edge to the Thunder here, and they got the home court advantage for Game 1. So, yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs do end up getting a win here too, but we got to remember that was all regular season games. Anybody can match up well against a team in the regular season. Now, I know this example is an apples to oranges comparison, but remember the one year the Bobcats swept the Lakers in the regular season when the Bobcats were terrible. I think they may have been the last finals win of the Kobe era for the Lakers. I know that's an apples to oranges comparison, but the point is anyone can win regular season matchups. But this, though, come conference finals, it's going to be an intriguing matchup for sure. And the key factor is we saw with the Spurs, when Wemby's on his game, he can take care. And they're going to need Wemby, though, at full strength. That's the thing, because we know he's had that concussion not too long ago, and he did get ejected from a game, but that was probably just a one-off, though. But it'll be interesting to see, because the Thunder got some guys on defense that can get some stops, too. They had some guys that could potentially get some stops on them. See, that's the one key for the Thunder, though. The keys, Thunder first key, try to shut down Wemby. Second key, you got to be able to outscore them. Let me see if the starting lineup. Let's see. Here's some of the game preview right here. I'll show you guys in a second. I'm going to read through it. The OKC Thunder were dominant for most of the season, NBA regular season record. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we're on that. Congratulations, SGA on MVP. Oh, and here's a fun fact. The first NBA playoff series between two teams with 60 or more wins since 2017, and the first time with two teams with 62 or more wins since the 1998 NBA Finals between the Bulls and Jazz. That's why this game is going to feel like I feel like a heavyweight bout, so to say. It feels almost like a finals more than a conference finals. And here, Jalen Williams talks about the regular season matchups. He's like, nah, playoffs is such a different monster, Williams said. I'll zoom in for you guys real quick. Yeah, the playoffs is such a different monster. It's a different game. You're never playing a team this many times in a row in the regular season. The calls are different, guys. Play harder. The defense is different. Offense is different. Everything is different. So it's a whole different game. And that's absolutely 100% correct. Right, because the OKC so far 8-0 in the playoffs. They're winning by an average of 16 points or more. But guess what? San Antonio Spurs is a different team, man. I heard about that. Yeah, 17 seconds. To everyone that did tune in, you're lucky it was a Netflix and not a pay-per-view because see, this is why a lot of people are not fans of pay-per-view fights because there's always that possibility it's going to be over quick. Always that possibility. So, yeah, I mean, just lucky thing it was a Netflix special. Just say that. And to anyone that decided to bet on it, I just hope you bet on Ronda Rousey. That's all I'm going to say. Because otherwise, not a great night. The betting's till... And then Wemby said, just the words conference finals is crazy. It's like something I heard my whole life. Now it's just being to feel special. And all that is talk. And here's a few more fun facts. Wemby's averaging 20.3 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 2 assists per game. And then here you go. So for injury report, you got Fox with the ankle injury and Luke Cornet with the foot are listed as questionable. That's going to be a concern right there for the Spurs too. Because De'Aaron Fox has been a key contributor to this team, and he's one of the more experienced players too. He's been young, but still a veteran. So that's going to be that's going to be a little bit tough there for them if they go without one of their leaders, or if the leader is less than 100% and is limited, especially with an ankle injury when you're moving up and down the court in such a fast-paced sport. That's going to give the Thunder an advantage for sure. And that's something that we'll have to see how that plays out. But as far as game one goes, look, it is only one game, but hey, ultimately, considering it is the San Antonio Spurs, so it's the OKC Thunder. Thunder are the defending champions. I'm going to have the Thunder winning this game one, but ultimately, we're going to have to wait and see how that pans out. We'll definitely be back to talk about it tomorrow on the 3-point blitz because that's right, folks. We will be having... That's right. It's going to be episode 59 of the 3-point blitz, folks. And we're going to be doing a little bit of a rebrand for this one, folks. So definitely tomorrow, tune in at noon Eastern Standard Time. It will be episode 59 of the 3-point blitz. We'll be talking about the NBA conference finals, SGA winning double MVP, being the 14th guy to win back-to-back MVPs. We'll compare him to the other players that have won back-to-back MVPs. Also going to discuss the Knicks and Cavs preview for the Eastern Conference Finals. A little bit of recap of game one based on the results, what each team has to do. And we're going to throw in a little bit of a fun retrospective as well on this too. So that'll be tomorrow. You'll definitely want to tune in for that at noon Eastern Standard Time. And it's not the only rebranding we're doing, folks, because we're going to have also later that night our usual Tuesday doubleheader, Steve's Nation at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything on the table, Agent Warrior X. We're going to have, as you see, we got a new logo, and we're going to have a new intro as well. Same will go with the 3-point blitz, so we'll talk more in depth about the sports there. Now we're going to have we're going to experiment a little bit here. And by that, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to do a reaction to a YouTuber. See how this goes. See if you guys are fans of this or not. And no, it's not Riot Comedy. Even though I love their page, I've had a lot of fun with them. So if you follow me on my Nikki Steez YouTube Instagram, there's one YouTube short anime creator who's actually a lot of fun, who I love to share. and I'm gonna react. So I'm gonna react to his. This guy's name is Isaac Wells. I'm gonna exit that, so I'm gonna share his channel real quick. Isaac Wells, he's got his thing going with the real popular Skeletor memes. It's from Masters of the Universe, which was a 70s anime. There's a link to Isaac Wells' channel. We're gonna react to that. So if you guys want to check it out, so I'm going to be reacting to some of his YouTube shorts. Isaac Wells' shorts. What he does with this one, the thing I'm going to be reacting to is there's a guy named, there's that, like I said, Masters of the Universe Skeletor. Hold on. So we're going to share that right there. Give me 1 second. It's going to be a... So what he does is he got this thing. I'll show you the screen real quick. You guys get a preview of it. So this right here, this was Skeletor, one of the characters from the Masters of the Universe. Isaac Wells basically reinvented the wheel, creating some anime AI created features where he takes a lot of life facts and creates them through this in a humorous way. So we'll be reacting to some of this. It's sort of like FYIs in a trolling type way. So here we go. Let's share this. Let's see. Now, this is going to be interesting. Some of these can be a little funny, some of these a little graphic, but let's get into it. So,
remember, due to the increase in gas prices, a man hanging from the passenger side of his best friend's ride is no longer a scrub. He is a man making smart financial decisions. Until we meet again.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, it's definitely true, because the price of gas is absolutely insane. I mean, let's see, what else do we have? Wait, what is this? Hold on, I gotta see this.
I don't know who else eats sugar in their tacos, but I love my sugar in my tacos. I just love sugary food anyway. I love my cooking. Damn,
man.
What the?
Yeah, that's excessive right there. That's a bit excessive sugar right there. I don't know if I want all that in my tacos. I mean, even if I was in the mood for something sweet, I wouldn't want to go there. That's a little bit excessive. So let's see.
Remember.
Oh, here's a good one. I've seen this one before. Oh, this is going to be a good one right here. Let me see.
Remember, revenge may not fix anything, but it sure feels productive.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Because you're right. It does not. Yeah. Because absolutely true. Revenge obviously doesn't do you any favors. But, man, a lot of people do it because they get that instant gratification. And unfortunately, the problem with that is a lot of people make short-term impulsive decision-making. And we see this in all walks of life, sports included, where it just leads to a lot of stupid and irrational decision-making. Man, yeah, but yeah, that's an art. That's what's such an art about this Skeletor. All these Skeletor memes is a lot of this he takes are very clever and based on true observations.
Remember, wireless chargers use more wire than wired chargers. Until we meet again.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm drawing a blank. I might need to re-listen to that one.
Remember, wireless chargers use more wire than wired chargers.
I guess they mean trying to imply that uses up more electricity, I guess. Because I guess that's a clever way of saying that when ultimately using a plug in and out, ultimately it leads to people basically, which I guess so to say, it kind of leads to people, it can charge up the electric bill or the gas bill quicker. But if you don't really use it, if you have a wireless charger, you can use up more electric that way without it having plugged in than it is plugged in, if that makes any sense. Basically, without a plug, you have the chance of using up more electric than you do with a plug, basically. So I feel like I get what he was trying to say, it just wasn't worded properly.
Remember, in the 80s and 90s, an entire family sitting in the living room watching TV instead of chatting was seen as a sign of social decay. Today, an entire family sitting in the living room watching TV together instead of each lost on their own screen is seen as a sign of social bonding.
100%. That's a huge evolution and change in the digital era. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely it is. 100%. Because at least, watching a show, there's some interaction and reaction to the shows, but back in the 80s, when there was no social media, it was like either you go outside, play, or go somewhere public, or you sit and watch TV. Back then, going out in public was more the way to socially bond. But now it's either basically sitting at home or being on your phone. For a lot of families, that's very spot on about how social media has evolved and changed the family time. Right.
Remember, graham crackers are a gateway snack. Until we meet again.
Yeah, I get it. He's trying to hint that that's sort of like a gateway to more sugary snacks, because graham crackers don't really have a whole lot of sugar. They're not as fatty or some of the sweeter snacks, but once you like graham cracker, you'll want to try something else, and then you want to try another snack, and that can lead to people down the line trying more unhealthy snacks. So yeah, I see where he's coming from.
Remember, graham.
Goodbye, America. And hello to Hawaii.
Yeah, that's actually, oh man, that's actually pretty sad, man. Oh boy. Let's do something real quickly. Let's look at a map real quickly. Here, let's do this right. Let's look at a map. All right, let's see. Alaska, right here. Hawaii. Hawaii's right there it's right on the United States map. You got Alaska and Hawaii right here. So newsflash, folks, Hawaii is a state. Oh man, such a shame that some people, man, I don't know what to say, but geography lesson, someone didn't pay attention in school.
Remember, due to the increase, strap-on spelled backwards is no parts. Until we meet again.
Okay, Imagine hating me and I'm just in my room using my soy modifier. What? Wait, what? What in the world?
What the?
Serious?
Remember, any purebred pet is a genetically modified organism. Remember, Beef Wellington is just a corn dog from a different socioeconomic background.
Yeah, exactly.
Until we meet again, remember, people who step up 2 stairs at a time are both active and lazy.
Okay. Man, a lot of these are clever, man. You start thinking. I mean, some of these are actually interesting observations, too. It's like they're interesting, but also a bit disturbing at the same time. A few of them.
Remember, when life gives you lemons, squeeze them in people's eyes, then run away.
Hey everyone, it's Isaac Wells, and I'm excited to...
Remember, you are now blinking and breathing manually. Until we meet again.
That kind of felt.
Remember, nothing is on fire. Fire is on things. Until we meet again.
Nothing is on fire. Oh, I get what you're. I get it, right. I get what he's trying to say, because technically fire forms on top of things, such whether it be an oven, wood, or anything that a fire gets lit to. I get where that's coming from.
Remember, smelling your own fart.
Pickled watermelon? What? Oh, what? Oh! What in the world?
What in the holy He-Man is this?
Oh, no.
Remember,
That's
Genghis Khan.
disgusting. That's disgusting, man. I don't...
Remember, nothing starts with N and ends with G. Until we meet again. Remember, men want long-lasting erections.
Nothing. Nutting. Oh, I get... Okay.
Remember, if you're stuck in an annoying call, put your phone on airplane mode instead of just hanging up. The other person will see call failed instead of call ended.
That's a good one. Instead of calling, oh boy, that's...
I don't know.
Remember, fleeing prey animals are heating up the predator's meal. Remember, with the right amount of anxiety, all pleasures are guilty pleasures.
Interesting point, man. That goes to show you how mindset can, whether it be dealing with anxiety, can affect people's mood. I mean, yeah, listen to that one more time, because that brings an interesting perspective to the mindset of someone dealing with anxiety that we often don't think about or acknowledge.
Until we
Here we
meet
go.
again, remember, with the right amount of anxiety, all pleasures are guilty pleasures.
Yeah, because that's a great point. Because if you're nervous about being a fan of something, because if you're nervous or you get a lot of anxiety about, oh, should I enjoy this? Should I not enjoy this? Or is this, or being anxious about taking joy in approaching people in a social setting, all that. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a sad fact about anxiety and how that can lead to social isolation and keep people, especially social anxiety.
Remember, your mom.
That's why It's important to remember, always be nice to people when they're dealing with something important. Oh, a second. What are some other good ones I want to share? I want to share some of the good ones, though. Before we get going. Let's see. Here's a good. It's not the one I had in mind, but here's a good one.
Remember, with all due respect, is the polite version of "Listen here, you little shit."
There you go. That's a good. Good
Remember,
one.
Hotel AC is the McDonald's Sprite of air conditioners. Until we remember, saying someone was full of life before they died is stating the obvious.
Yeah. The point being is that's not the best statement to make to honor a recently deceased person. Because literally, they were full of life before they passed. So that's a good point in terms of maybe we should come up with a better term to use to pay tribute to the deceased, saying they were always, and they always made the most of their lives. They always tried to enjoy every second they were breathing would be a better analogy than they were full of life. Would be one example.
Isaac, what have I told you?
Remember, the Iron Maiden is the non-portable version of a shotgun. Until we meet again. I like that. Remember, you can't love yourself with a portal gun because your movements are synced.
Okay, this surprise.
Remember, explosive diarrhea is always intense.
What else? Wallen.
What? What's the driver? I know there's a driver license one I wanted to react to. Oh, but here's another good one.
Remember, 8 hours of drinking is binge drinking, 8 hours of TV is binge watching, but 8 hours of sleep is barely enough.
That's a good one. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, because sometimes, right. Because it can feel like you're thinking to yourself, oh, yeah, that's got to be good. Right? Because I know that feeling like you sometimes just want to sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there. And sometimes if you give in to the temptation, it can just drag for hours and hours and hours and hours at a time. But yeah, it feels like sometimes you want to drink more, but sleep, it just sometimes feels like it's not enough.
Remember.
Let's see, what else? I think we're going to try one. Let's try one or more of these.
Remember, a real adult life hack is don't tell anyone that you have the day off. Absolutely no one. Until we meet again.
Go on, man. Don't let anyone know you have an off day because they'll try to pressure you into things you don't want to do. That way, yeah, you can make the most of your off day. That's good one. Yeah, because sometimes you let the wrong people know you have the day off. They might try to pressure you into something that's you're not interested in or isn't convenient for you.
Remember, a real adult life hack is don't tell anyone that you have the day off.
Right, yeah. If people don't know you have the day off, you can use that time to pretty much do whatever you want. Clever observation there. There's one particular one I want to see. Let's see. Isaac Wells, driver license, impair. Wait. Let's see. Eight hours of binge drinking is enough. What's the other one? Let's see. I've seen most of these already. I'm looking. Is there any new ones I can react to? Here, all right. Here's a hack. Shorts. Here, there's a hack. What's this?
Remember, when filling up on gas, men are probably more likely to shake the gas nozzle before putting it back than women are. Until we meet again. Remember, a real adult life. Remember, saying someone was.
I've seen
Remember,
this one. What's this?
Twix have an endoskeleton and M&Ms have an exoskeleton. Until we meet again. Remember, the Iron Maiden is.
I don't know about that fact.
Hey, Dad.
Where did he come up with some of these? This is just. All right, this is going nowhere, so. All right, I pretty much got to most of the ones I wanted to. So I wanted to come on here, just try this as an experimental stream, see how this went, see if people found this interesting or not. So, yeah, with that being said, that's all I got for you guys. For now, we'll be back tomorrow with the usual content on Tuesday, the 3-Point Blitz, episode 59 at noon, with a new intro. So definitely want to tune in for that one. Then 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Everything on the Table with Agent Warrior X. We're also going to have a new intro for that one as well. So stay tuned, folks. Until next time, it's your boy, Nicky Stees, signing off. We'll catch y'all tomorrow on the usual shows. Peace.